The Messiah will be a human, and he'll be bringing the 400 years of peace. So they already know what's coming. They already know everything's coming to fruition. That's why they push that, he's coming back. The rapture, he's coming back. Because they already know what they're trying to do is, they don't want people knowing that the Messiah, once the Exodus fulfills, the Messiah, he fulfills his human life, he's going to be embalmed and placed inside the king's chamber, just like Jacob was embalmed, Joseph was embalmed. Remember, as it's written, remember their bones was carried out of Egypt. Remember the bones of the prophets was carried out of Egypt because they wasn't the Messiah. So all their bones had to be carried out of Egypt because the Messiah got to be one that's placed inside that king's chamber of the holy altars of Zion. So, just like how Moses' body was hidden, when the Messiah left the earth the first time, that's what he had to do. When he had to take his, when he was crucified, and, once he ascended, he basically disintegrated his body. His light absorbed that earthly body. So when he returned in this life, he'll live in the flesh again. So he can complete his mission. You kind of see what I mean? And be placed inside that altar because the prophecy will be that he will always dwell amongst men. He'll dwell amongst his people. We should call upon him, and he'll be our God. So he'll dwell inside that king's chamber. So the whole theme is they blaspheme it because they want people looking for it now while he's already on the earth. Like, yeah, he's coming back, because they don't want you to understand the Exodus, and they don't want you to understand how he'll be put in the king's chamber and how people will be waiting for him to return, because when he's in that king's chamber, when Satan rises up again, when 1,000-year reign is near over or near expired, he's going to completely destroy Satan and cast him into that pit eternally forever. It's going to be in the spirit that's going to happen. So in a way, you still wait for him to return to put an end to evil once and for all. So that's why we're going to read the scripture again. Revelation 27-10. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, which goes into the isles of the Gentiles, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea, which is Israel, Judah. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about in beloved city, and fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. So you see, that's why they blaspheme and trying to get people thinking, yeah, he's coming back, because they don't want people knowing about the Exodus. They want you to think you're going to just be zapped up in the sky and that's it, so you don't want to leave and stay in Babylon and be destroyed with the fire judgment that Babylon got coming. You kind of see what I mean? It's all connected blasphemy. That's why you see how the Baphomet, how he sits up with the like those djinn type hands, and that's why it goes into the whole theme of the scrubs. It's all working in the same spirit. That's why they got that song by TLC, we don't want no scrubs. We don't want no scrub because they don't want to be purified with the law of Zion,